Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all doing alright. So today we're working chest and triceps, right? Well, mainly upper chest, but I decided to wanted to get myself a little tripod so that I can set it up in the positions that I want to inside of the gym. But unfortunately, the place where I went to, the only place that was open right now is Walmart, and they got stuff, online, but in the actual store they don't have anything. So I ended up buying myself this little piggy, right? And I can set him up, and he just kind of, sits there and holds my phone up while I'm, trying to record. So, so we're gonna head into the gym now, and let me see if I can switch this camera around while I'm doing this. Can I do that? No, I don't know what this button is for then anyway. Alright, so I'll see ya in there. Okay, so the first thing that we're doing, just like any other day, is anytime that I come to work out, as some of you guys may have seen in my other videos, is my warm-up, where I use a Swiss ball right here. I grab a few light dumbbells and do a few different shoulder, rotor cuff exercises. I'm just not going to put that in this video just for the sake of trying to keep it a little shorter, but yeah, I'll probably post it up in another video sometime in the future. But I'm going to get this done, and then we're going to get to the exercises. Alright guys, let's go. Alright you guys, so this first exercise is, this whole entire routine, is meant to target the upper chest and all heads of the tricep. Okay, so we're going to do a superset of 2 group supersets, not 2 exercises, but 2 groups of supersets that I'll show you just a bit. This first one is going to be the incline. It's going to be a Smith machine incline, right? And then we're going to superset that with some resistance bands overhead, tricep extensions, followed with some kickbacks, some dumbbell kickbacks. So we're going kind of pyramid style on this one here. We're going to do 4 sets total, starting at 12 reps, and working our way down to, I believe it's 12, 10, 8, 6 reps, right? And the resistance bands, overhead extensions, they stay at about, I'm using 2 different ones actually. One's a thicker one and then one's a lighter one. So I'm getting in about 6 reps of the thicker one and about 8 reps of the lighter one. So it's about 15 reps, 15 reps, 16 reps, something like that. And then we're going to failure with dumbbell bent over kickbacks. Okay, so let's get this in. Okay guys, so when doing these incline presses, right, you want to really try and let your chest, you want to let your arms come down and really get a good stretch on your chest when you're coming down. Hold it for at least a good second or two, right, before coming up, unless you're trained for something else. Right here what we're training for is more growth really, and as we're progressing downwards, since the pyramid style, you know, we're also going for strength as well. So just keep that in mind. You guys want to do these nice and controlled. You don't want to really do too much explosive on these. Try your best to keep them controlled, but if towards the end of the last final reps you gotta, you know, throw in some explosiveness into it, go ahead and do so. So let's get it. Okay, so you guys might have noticed in my Smith machine incline presses that I was just previously doing, I had my arms in a little bit closer than most people normally would. See, most people talk about having your arms further out when you're coming into a press because it stretches out your chest more. Okay, now the thing is, when you're doing this, when you come back up to the contraction of the chest, you don't have as much contraction as if your arms were closer. See, because the chest's function, right, is to bring you inwards, right? Bring your arms in, bring you to come inwards, right? You come inwards with your chest, right? So when you're contracting it, right, it's better to have your arms a little bit closer, and especially if you're doing barbell. You know, and the only reason really why I do barbell is because I feel I can load up the weight a little bit more heavily and add more resistance to my chest this way. Whereas the dumbbells, okay, you can, you know, they're, you know, of course they're individual, and you know, but they have their benefits. There are pros and cons for both. But that's, you know, just you know, having your arms in. I usually do where the little ring is, where your finger goes in. Put my pinky there and then come out to there. This way, when I come up, I can really contract my chest up at the top. And it's the same when you come down too. You can still stretch it out. Just let it come all the way down, right? Just let it come down. Let it stretch, right? Let it sit for a second or two. Ain't no joke. So now, okay. So now we're working on dips. Right, we're doing weighted dips here on the dip machine station. If you guys can't do dips, of course they got the assisted too. And if you don't got the assisted, you got to use a resistance band. Put a video on that, you know, sometime later on. I have one already right now if you guys want to scroll back to it. But okay, so we're doing these here, and we're doing about 6 reps, right? 6 reps on the weighted dips, and then we're going over to triple stop, not weighted dips. Right, just body weight. Triple stops, I've shown them in many other videos where I do them in a variety of different exercises that, again, I will repeat, is great because when you're stopping at a position, in the 3 stops, you work 10 degrees in every direction of the position that you're stopped at. So this weakens any areas of the muscle that is, you know, weaker than other areas, of course. You strengthen them, and you hit all those weak points that you have in that muscle. So supersetting that right after too is also going to be resistance band push downs, which I'll show you in a bit. And then we're going to finish off with some uppercuts over on the cable machine, which I'm about to do right now. So let's do that right now.
Misses on side. Alright, we're good. Good morning. Oh, I forgot I saw your name on there. Yeah. Oh man, be rough. You got it. Don't worry about getting injured. Stretch it down. That way. Yep. Better safe, right? 20 seconds. 15. Hey, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. If I get my face whacked, it's because I'm an idiot that says away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Yeah. We're gonna go and get some hips down for me. Oh yeah. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Okay, you guys, we just got done doing our workout. If you're wondering why I'm here sitting here without a shirt, it's because my shirts always end up really soaked in sweat afterwards. So I got it right there. So it's chilling. So now we're about to head off to work, and I want to tell you guys that if you guys are trying to get, you guys are trying to burn fat, trying to lose weight, trying to have a flat stomach, or trying to get a six-pack or anything of that sort, you guys want to really focus on movements and exercises that are going to focus more on burning fat versus exercises that are more set on to growing muscle. Like, for example, a lot of people sometimes come into the gym that aren't really too familiar with the way the body works and the way that certain exercises affect our physiology, right? So sometimes people will come in here and they'll start squatting, they'll start doing body squats, or they'll start doing Smith machine squats, trying to get a bigger booty, right? And they're here doing what, 15, 20 reps, maybe sometimes even more, for a total of, I don't know, 5 sets, maybe 4 sets, 3 sets. The point I'm trying to make is that when you're doing high reps like that, you're training more really for endurance. Once you start pushing past 15 reps, you're training your body for endurance, so that you can be able to withstand certain periods of intensity of what you're doing. Like, for example, like boxers, boxers they run for 5 miles at a time, because they want to have that endurance when they're in the ring, and they're trying to, keep that endurance up throughout the whole entire, what I'm saying? So, when you come in, you guys really want to focus on movements that are going to burn fat and that are going to, like, compound exercises. The squat is a great one, okay? Another thing also is, I'm not the biggest fan ever of cardio. And personally, if you're not trying to have a six-pack and you're not trying to, get lean and have a flat stomach and any of that sort, you guys are just trying to, look good and, be healthy and things like that. You know, a simple light exercise is fine. You know, but if you guys want to have a flat stomach, you know, you guys want to do a little bit of cardio. You know, and you know, personally, even when I do cardio, I like to involve strength even in the cardio sessions that I do, just because you know, when you're using more muscles to burn calories in even more when you're doing cardio, you're going to burn even more calories of pure fat versus, you know, doing intense cardio session for, you know, 15 to 20 minutes, you know, burning just calories in general, which is going to be, you know, half and half, you know, half muscle, half fat. You know, either way you lost 5 pounds, but you lost 2.5 pounds of muscle in the process, you know, versus, you know, doing something like using the Stairmaster, right? You're on the stairs or you're on the treadmill with the incline as high as it goes, right? And you got a steady pace that you can maintain for, I do 10 minutes, and I also carry, you know, some weight with me, whether it be a vest or it be some dumbbells or it be some plates. This is going to activate more muscle fibers as you're doing your cardio session for you to be able to maintain and build more muscle as you're burning just fat, right? So just want you guys to keep that in mind. And you know, as far as the abs go, you know, if you guys haven't been on my Instagram, check it out. It's at Heart Knows Fitness. Okay, I just recently posted up a video talking about how, you know, when you're training abs, you know, you gotta be lean enough, and you also gotta have hypertrophy, meaning muscle growth in the abdominal muscles for them to be able to show. And one thing that I mentioned is that something that a lot of people really don't know is that you guys want to have long-lasting, cut, strong abs. Is you guys want to involve strength in your ab exercises. Okay, once you do this, your abs will begin to have mass, have strength, and they'll become solid. You know what I mean? And they'll stay and they'll maintain, they'll remain so long as you're at a low enough body fat percentage. They'll stay and they'll be there. You know, they'll last longer than your typical hypertrophy, you know, abs. It's like, you know, it's like the bicep. You know, if you're pumping out the bicep, it's gonna grow an inch maybe. You know, in 5 minutes of you just pumping up dumbbell, and then, you know, an hour and a half later, your inch went away. You know, you went back to how you were in the beginning. So, you know, this is one of the things with abs. But I was gonna pretty much wrap it up for this video, guys. If I feel like I'm gonna post anything else in it, I'll add it later on. But yeah, y'all stay cool. Okay, you guys, so unfortunately during the tricep exercises that I was trying to show you in the video, it got cut off because I had ran out of memory in my SD card. So I am basically just going to let you guys know what I did. It shows me doing the weighted dips. I go for 3 reps, and then I drop the weight down to a 25 plate, and I go another 3 reps on that one, if not 4, okay? So, I mean, and the reason why we have this rep so low is because we're working more on strength, right? As well as this is going to be working your core strength too. Whenever you're doing a dip, you're using a lot of your core strength as well as you know, your shoulder muscles, but mainly on the triceps. You want to come down as low as you possibly feel comfortable, and you want to, of course, you know, not go as far low as, you know, feeling pain and stretching and crackling up in your shoulder, because that's not good. Okay, so finishing that though, I go into a triple stop tricep dip. So the same movement, except it's stopped in 3 positions, right? So if I were, you know, doing the dip, you know, I'd come down with a little bend, hold for 10 seconds, come down halfway, 10 seconds, and again, and 10 seconds again. All right. So then I do that for a total of about 3 to 4 reps, right? And if I can't do it, because I did actually got fatigued to failure, and then had to get on the assisted machine, took about 25 pounds off, and continued the extra rep or 2 that I couldn't finish off, right? So, all right. Sorry about that, guys. I couldn't record it for you, but next video.